All right, day 11. I don't have my contacts in right now. I can't see, so we'll see how this goes. Essentially, obviously, no money made from a client quite yet. Today was a little bit of a off day, untypical day because I had to go get an oil change, which the cool thing about the oil change that happened today, I also have my retainer in, so if I'm listening a little bit, I should just get over in a second. Cool thing, when I went and got my oil changed, there was a guy. He's like, I've never really seen this before. My odometer said 83,583. Sorry, 83,538. Palindrome, same numbers, 8335. Looked it up. Very good sign. So excited to have that happen. Went to the gym earlier. Did close a couple of deals at my 9 to 5 job today. So made some extra cash. Got a letter of recommendation from my boss, director. For the time being, don't think I'll actually ever need it. I was thinking of more using it as like a testimonial to get more clients on board, to be like, hey, this is what this other person said about me when I was working for them. Let me do client consulting work for you, because clearly, like, I have the proven track record that it does work and I know what I'm saying. So I was going to ask maybe a couple of other people as well that I've also worked with or have been around quite a bit, and see if they can provide some feedback or some references, whatever it may be, to give me a lot more social proof, because I do have social proof, maybe not in the exact same thing that I am going to be providing, even though the thing that I am selling is myself. I'm selling my knowledge, my skills, and my expertise. So I guess having other people say those things to me or have them write good things, I can use them as testimonials to start to close those bigger deals. So I have that in mind, because today I only ended up doing one course essentially, which was the guarantees course. And as you can see, like, I mean, there's tons of notes that were taken with that. I have a couple of guarantees that I'm going to be messing around with, and I'm going to start doing that tomorrow to figure out, okay, yeah, this is the guarantee that I will do, or this is the guarantee that I won't. I'm thinking right now, most likely, it's going to be some form of either like a non-conditional guarantee, unconditional guarantee, or a conditional guarantee, and I might probably actually will end up using both of them and doing something where it's like, you don't have to pay me until I deliver the results or something along those lines. And then it's also like, if you don't receive the results by X time, then I'll keep teaching you as well until you do receive the results that I'm talking about. But since I'm so confident in what I can do and the expertise that I can provide, since I've been able to do it for myself, company that I work for right now, along with friends of mine, even if they won't necessarily admit it, which is perfectly okay, I have a proven track record, and that's exciting. So having those be there, I think, is going to be valuable. And that's why it's like, you can only pay me after I get you said result, which my thought is to get 100 new yogis in 14 days or less and help them do that essentially through the consulting. They're going to have to do, I'm thinking of leaning more towards like them doing the work themselves. Like, I can provide like email templates for how to get them, that they can send out to their list, to their yogis, asking them to like leave a review on Google, take a screenshot, respond back to it, and you can get a free class or a free sticker or a free something. Because reviews, I do believe, matter, and I can use the selling tactic or the strategy of like Amazon, of like, hey, you see there's this many reviews on Amazon, and most likely when you're purchasing something or you're watching something or you're going to a certain restaurant or wherever it may be, typically you're going to choose the place that has the most reviews compared to some places that don't have reviews. So I'm going to help you increase those. And then the guy at Breaks Plus too, he even confirmed that for me as well too, because he's like, hey, leave a review for us on Google. It really helps us out. So I was like, okay, so that is a good idea. So I have that in mind. And I'm starting to more think about, I guess, shifting my offer to more having it, it's like, I'll have done for you templates essentially that they can do and they can plug in and they can send out to whoever they need to. I was originally going to plan on doing like Facebook advertising for them, which I might do for one client. I'm still trying to mess around with that and figure that out. But a lot of what I'm thinking now more is it's going to be more of a consultative like role, because like I have the information, I have the knowledge, I understand how to get new people in, I know how to close deals, I know how to close people, I know how to provide value, like I know how to do those types of things. So I might as well go towards my strength, and that's kind of the direction that I'm going to be taking. I did end up reading a little bit of cognitive behavioral therapy book today as well, and I did do some puzzle games on my Switch as well today because, I don't know, I just felt like doing some puzzle games, giving my mind a rest. After I'm done recording this video, I'm going to listen to the Hermetica. It's a Egyptian philosophy, I believe. It's been quite interesting the last night that I watched it. And then I went and saw a movie called Gran Turismo today as well, which really, really good, actually. Like, incredibly good. It was fantastic. Like, it's about the underdog, and if nobody believes in your dreams, even your parents, and I've been there, at least it feels like they don't. Like, they do, but I can just tell that, like, they don't believe it in the ways that I do, and I don't think anybody really believes it in the ways that I do. That's perfectly okay. A lot of people I don't think are going to believe in our dreams in the same ways that we do, because there are dreams, there are aspirations, there are visions for ourselves, essentially. And seeing that his parents didn't believe in him at first because they just didn't understand it. Like, people don't believe because they don't understand the things. Once you understand it, it's like, oh, okay, wow, I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of everything that's been happening. So that's fantastic to see. And that's why it's like, I'm just going to keep working. I'm going to make it as easy as I possibly can. And seeing how a gamer that was racing was able to race on the tracks in real life, like, for me, it's like there's a guy that's been studying, that's been meditating, that's been learning, that's been educating himself. And all of a sudden now he's going to be manifesting himself in Japan with the love of his life. His girl's going to be with him. Like, there's these things that are going to be happening. We're going to fly out their first class. Like, it's going to be an incredible trip. No expenses cut whatsoever, because I've provided so much value to the yoga studios, and also along with creating like a YouTube channel and doing a couple of other things as well, like the podcast, newsletter, and those things will obviously come later, which I'm starting to realize. Like, I thought that it was just kind of like a finite game, and I'm starting to realize that the business game, the money game, the success game, the self-development game is an infinite game, which it's good to feel. It's really good to realize. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to keep working on that offer, figuring out all the problems that I'm going to be solving for the yoga studios, because as I said, it's going to be shifting, I think, more to a done with you type of service instead of a done for you. I'm going to, like I said, do certain aspects for them, like email templates, possibly like questions to ask yogis to get them to sign up for those increased classes. And I'm like, hey, if you just say this to this person, you'll make this much by X date or whatever it is. And if you don't see those results, let me know. Provide me feedback. I'll tweak it in the ways that I need to. I'll even be there at class to show you how it's possible. At least for the first 14 to 30 days or something like that, I can show up to 1 or 2 classes to make sure that we do close those deals, and you can see that there is something to it. And then once you see it, my system in place, all you have to do is just implement what I'm saying, and then you'll have the exact same success. So I have that in mind. I actually think that's a really good idea. And then, yeah, I'm just amazed at how well things are going. I'm amazed at how far I've come and how much I can still do, because I was at a point to where I thought like, oh, I made it to this point and it was so easy and simple. What now? And now I'm realizing that there's always going to be iterations. There's always going to be different levels. There's always going to be different ways to provide value or shift value or learn or tweak or certain things that I can improve upon. And once I say build something up, it's like, okay, hey, this is self-sufficient. Let's work on something else or whatever it may be. Like, I can always do those things, and I can always pivot, and I can expand in areas that I already know. I can hire teams. Like, I can do all these different things that I didn't originally realize, which I think is incredible. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then, like I said, no money made today. Clients, I'm going to be doing the $2,500. I think that's a valuable amount for the amount of services that I'm going to be providing. And I'm still going to be thinking about ways that I can say, if I was, say, charging $25,000, what would I add to it? And then also, if I was adding only charging $250, what can I add to that on top of that? So I've got a couple of ideas. I got some things that I got to work on tomorrow, or I get to work on tomorrow, which is going to be exciting. Going to be closing some more deals at my current 9-to-5 job as well, just so I can fund these projects, because I have ideas to where I'm probably going to reach out to somebody on Upwork to write another script for the AI channel that I have. We'll see. That's still up in the air because this last video is doing decent, but like that's really just like I'm not paying attention to that much right now because it's not bringing in revenue, and I'm doing my best to focus on things that are going to be bringing in revenue each and every single month so that I can be self-sufficient and I can be my own boss and I can do and spend my days how I want to, because with the consulting role, dude, like 4, 5, 6 hours, and it's probably going to be more for the first initial clients, but like then I can focus more on my writing. I can focus more on creating content like this. I can focus more on reading and just kind of like doing what I want to on a daily basis, which I think will be incredibly valuable. And I'm super excited to see what's going to happen.